song we love, and it's a song with a message. And out of nowhere, when I went to Germany in 1969, and on my return from Germany, where he, at that particular time, wrote the song Desperate Lover, because I think it was the first time I was traveling away from him. And when I came back, he had written that song, Desperate Lover. And on my return from Germany, we got a call from London that the song was number 2 on the British charts. And, you know, the rest is history. We went there and, wow, it was the beginning of another chapter in our lives and career. You know, when we went to London, I should have been going back to Germany, but instead I detoured after hearing that the song was number 2 on the British charts. We went up and we did Top of the Pops. Our biggest audience at the time was the Skinheads, and that was another world opening up for Bob and myself.
Wow.
You know, with that song, because that song, everyone started wearing afro. You know, it was a consciousness within black people. That song was, you know, a motivation. It amazed me how our biggest fans in England were the Skinheads, some white guys called the Skinheads. But the song had a strong message, and up until this day, Chin, I can tell you that that song has never died. I just came from England 3 weeks ago, and every time I go to England or anywhere in Europe, I have to perform that song. You know, even when I got the call from Bob on March 2nd when I was there, and every night I did that song on stage, I can't tell you what happened to me. I just picture everything just came back to me, doing it with my son on stage. You know, so that is one of our markers that, you know, that opened another world for the both of us. We ended up with 2 albums and a live album that we have, you know.
Can you remember another, you know, fond moment in music for you and Bob? We spoke about the Young, Gifted, and Black. Was there another time that things just skyrocketed for the both of you?
Was it Young, Gifted, and Black?
After Young, Gifted, and Black, or before?
No, we had a follow-up to Young, Gifted, and Black called Pied Piper that went back in the British charts, and, you know, so we had at least 2 hit songs, Pied Piper and Young, Gifted, and Black.
Wow.
Because we were an item by that time, and we were doing, you know, touring the UK, touring Europe, and, you know, we were just going through, spreading the word, and, you know, uplifting black, white, whatever color through the music, and everybody just loved that song, Young, Gifted, and Black.
Sister Marcia, I know that, you know, having this conversation is hard for you right now, but I appreciate you, you know, allowing the listeners to understand how important Bob Andy was to the music and to you, because we all love Sister Marcia Griffiths. So even for people to listen and understand that this man was a great help to who you are today gives us even a greater appreciation for what he has done.
Chin, I don't know. This is something that is going to take such a long time for me to overcome, because outside of the music, I don't know if a lot of people know the side of Bob, that no matter how serious, I will have the most serious problems, and I am so happy to know that, yes, I'm going to call Bob. I'm going to call him and ask his opinion and hear what he thinks. And even if it means going to prison, no matter how serious it is, Bob finds a humor in it. Mm-hmm. And end up making me laugh, because I remember asking him sometime in the week gone by, maybe about Tuesday, Wednesday, when I spoke to him, and I said, Andy, you're not going nowhere, because who is going to give me that priceless prescription, laughter? You are the one who I look to for that prescription, which is priceless. You know, he just always find humor, even on his dying bed. Some personal things that I really don't want to disclose. He found humor, and he knew he was going.
Right.
But, as I said, I am truly, truly thankful that God, gave me the opportunity for someone like that to have shared my journey and my life. A true cornerstone, a national treasure, and his music will just live on, and his spirit and, his message.
And I have a very strong question for you before you go. And I want you to be 100% honest with me with this. Coming from you, I think it would mean a lot. Do you feel that our music industry has given him the respect due based on the contribution that he has made?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He has. I said it yesterday. Why do we have to die and go before anyone? And it's just for a moment as well. But we should give our people someone like Bob Andy, Bob Marley, Freddie McGregor, just to name a few. We should get all the flowers right here while we can enjoy it.
Yourself as well.
My father used to tell me that, give it to me now. I cannot read my tombstone. Give it to me now. And he has never gotten, what he is due, he never got it. And he was humbled because when people would say to him, say, man, you're an icon. It's just of late that he said, he would say to me, say, boy, Marcia, I never know so people look at me. But it's unfortunate that a king is never known in his own country. It is very unfortunate.
It is.
But,
it is so
we
sad.
get our reward from the Almighty God.
Sister Marcia.
That is what motivates me to even write a song like Stepping, because I'm not looking for anything right here on earth. Because I'm not here pleasing, you cannot please mankind. You have to look to God. And apart from when you go on stage and you want to make sure your audience is satisfied 100% because they are the ones who make you, you have to remember that God is the only one you owe anything to. You understand? So I'm just sorry that it is so sad that Bob Andy never got his due, that he was due here on earth.
And it is a sad reality, Sister Marcia. It's a sad reality that we continue to make these same mistakes and we continue to not allow our veteran contributors that feeling of being appreciated by, the masses. Thank you so much for your time. I know that, this is a hard conversation for you, but I appreciate you sharing a vibe with our platform tonight. Thank you so much, Sister Marcia.
All right, Chin. Thank you so much for having me, Thank you so much. And we have to say, boy, I hope that his soul will rest in peace, He was such a wonderful, great icon. And we have lost, Jamaica and the world has lost a true treasure.
This is a fact. It's a fact. Thank you so much, Sister Marcia.
Yeah, give thanks. Lots of blessings, Chin.
All right.